Song of the Bow, for Charles Curtis. He gazes longing west, sun and shade negotiate, follows down to meditate, battle and deliberate. The sun and shade negotiate to set and play their games. But where is the leader in the land of life, and how the valley round the swans wing down? It drones its locale, foothill and ditch, on-ramp corral, a dirge for stylight, sign and bow. Does not genuflect, nor dredge, nor resurrect, does not dread the present unpleasant, because the shade's still with us, deliberate to play the sun. A song to string the bow along, entertain a moment me. Spring century encounters free, a perfect tree, sounds new psalmy sea. It crawls on hand and knee with arms and train behind 1,000. Fall before it, 2,000s besides the strain it takes to see elides, and stings beyond discourse or understanding or measure or time. He heeds no vow, the honey sticking in his mouth alight his shoulders, sun his brow. His staff dips down to decide, stern and bright, star and trouble just alike. And bounty live as calf strung taut, sweating back or head of hair, just alive, with no equivocation, but only being towards or alike, but not like. He bows not to trouble, and stirs, but ruddy with honey, not muddied nor vexed, an ambush, a sure success. He binds himself to you, but now is it, and then you they. Battlement arrayed, he lays his cloak on you, and down you go, not to be waylaid, only to gather down, and rise to go, and go, and go, and go. So he loves you as himself, his rights to you, and charging you to course, and forked, of course, the sparks to rise, like quarry quilted, or like smoke from sparkling censers smoldered, smoking lights. Abide this charge and speak this right, a memory to last this night. You elude it twice, but not quite right. So an other reads and seeks your pleasant, speaking only underlining that you are not present. What fates are these lots and readings warding, and who is past his own bounds flying, on and on and on, and how? Trespass flies or lotted wards, factitious readings besides, its pleasant presence speaks you well, and lines underground course, and charge abides. A miracle flick of switch lights to mind, only more so when off, and shade of shades lifts up night for folly's love of moons and pools, for sake of peace and quiet. When world was football-shaped and kicked in space, the moon's all sodden clods, and bruises on his shins and knees the varicose river's very salty seas. When increate error with war was terror seized, and peace was made on high, becoming us held silent for our sake, a servant as in times gone by. But just as step is separate, you arrive. You are arriving, you will arrive, you have arrived, but just that step alone one, more or less, you would have also but survived. But note you know, it too asks why. And so the moon circles back on the morrow, your absence a marked and vacated place. Day after, descend in extreme, and exceed to go down, and come to the place that you hid in the day as you act, and stay by this stone, like a bone and as near. So it speaks for you, but is down where you are. So when point is thrown from end to its end, that point passes over. And hidden you stay, near only shaken now down to the bone. With that thrown point past and over, it rises from hiding, burns clear but is incense, that is alive, and rising and fighting for you, shaking tomorrow for hunger pained. It pains, is pained, has been and will be pained. It aches a picture of words to paint. The son of shade is without shame and journeys on west with sun. More points past another unknown, and, bound to gather, it and you are found one matter, adhering together, held weeping, though you cry longer after a manner. Martyred, misconstrued, laughing, lighted too. Now settled together and whole you may go, but only the matter together is known. You are one, just one, but not alone. A flash, contingent ellipse elapse, the tension relaxed, a point is shot. Recoil this taut bow, but taught us the song of the bow, as writ in books of the right. The splendor, sun and shade, on foothill lays me slain, when glint of hill laid way in its ditch in the shade. How do its strong ones fall? Speak and read it not on the roads, nor in the streets. Preach not, nor proclaim it to crowd, nor to vulgus. No dew and no rain on foothill or field. Now point passed behind its shield and right through. The tree gives no budlets nor oils. Neither from challenge did beat a retreat, substantive to meet its coming to greet. Fingers to glass, but digits not parted. Slow, my beloved, now swift and departed, but winging, still swimming, the tracks of the wind. And swinging the yard, unfenced yet leonine guard, toy sword and family dog, bratwurst bug spray, bonfire and bug juice. A wonder to love heaven's sun, not shade but wing, grieving but to sing, toboggan, space heater, sweat and lemonade, only point back to pleasance of present. Trees swing accords and acorns dropping, myrtle sweet, or concord with sweep, the willows drooping and weeping. Double sun plays the shade, and speaks to teach and read these rites, upright and taught, to sing sweet song, song of the bow, only a battle lost.